in Kenya. So, Elkanah, as we proceed, you guys, so how does AI play out in this whole thing, yeah? Especially when it comes to now Mwezi?
Oh, so weirdly, you can check mwezi.co.ke, mwezi.xyz.
Yeah.
So we are the first one to actually leverage AI in finance.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I should be saying this, but look at it. You'll be using AI in your statements. I think right now it's not it. So right now you have different bank accounts, you have different wallets, you have different mobile money. It's usually very hard for you to actually track your statement. You know, like which transaction actually went over there. So in Mwezi, we'll be the first guys to actually give you a chat interface whereby you'll just be chatting with your transactions. So you'll ask the AI, like, when did I transact this amount, and when, and what do you think are my financial projections of next month based on how I've been spending this month.
Nice.
So I think those are the beautiful things we can actually leverage AI in finance.
So crypto has been called both an opportunity and a gamble. Most people just feel like, nah, man, I'm going to lose my money, Well, what's the honest truth, man, in just basic language?
I think the better thing is you really need to understand money first. When you really get the niche that money is just printed paper, you'll really see the power of digital money, because most of the people don't really understand what is money, why we have currency variation, why $1 in Kenya is 123 Kenyan shilling, why $1 in Uganda is 3,000 UGX, why $1 in Tanzania is 2,000 Tanzanian shillings, and $1 it's 2,000 naira. When you go to South Africa, it's around 10 or 7 rand. Why? So if you understand that, you'll really understand like what this thing plays in the financial rift. Because I wouldn't lie, like I wouldn't really want you to buy crypto if you don't really understand money. I think that's one thing. I think most of the people just are hyped into the balances that they see in some kids' Forex wallet or whatever wallets they usually use to floss with. And they think that's the real thing. I think the real thing, it's really you understanding money and your value right now.
That's interesting.
If I have, let's say, 100,000 Kenyan shillings at the end of this month, where's the safest place for my money to actually stay and actually to preserve and maintain value?
Wow.
Is it 100% in dollars? Is it 100% in Bitcoin? Is it 100% in shares and equity? I think if you understand that, it will really differentiate. So if you really want to get into crypto, I'd advise you to first understand money. I won't really advise you to go to any exchange and put your money and start trading. First, really understand money, why money actually valuate, why currency devaluate, and what's the best currency to actually stay with.
Well, one thing I do understand is this whole work culture, this 9-to-5 thing is not making sense. It's not making sense for this generation, for humans in this era, because you guys, if you consider the amount of time we put in the workspace and what we get in return, you know, the ROI just doesn't make sense compared to what's happening in the crypto space. Am I right?
No, but crypto, I have an exchange. Let me give you some insider trading. Only 15 to 20% of traders are profitable. It's like gambling, you know. Gambling. Why will a house
that's
exist?
Scary.
Exactly. So I'm telling you the truth. So the better thing for you, it's like after initially there are various ways you can leverage crypto. There's one speculative, there's one preservative, and there's $1. So it's for you to really understand, where do I really stand? Because there's this one advice I was told, like, if I want to put money or save money for the next 10 years, the safest place to put is actually gold or Bitcoin. That's 10 years. But if it's for a month or 2 months, Bitcoin will be down by the end of 2 months. So it's a matter of like, you really need to understand it fast. I think education of really what is money. Because have you ever asked yourself that why was when you went to Zimbabwe, there's $1 trillion note? Do you remember that?
I remember. The inflation rates were mad over there.
Those are the problems crypto actually solve. So a nation like right now, Zimbabwe, stable coins for us is actually a good market. I can imagine.
So how do you ensure the first time traders don't get played? You know what I mean? They don't get exploited, because this is definitely it's gold for especially the younger folks who are not comfortable with the way the system is, you know, especially when it comes to work-life balance. So how do you engage with them, if I can put it like that? What do you tell them?
I'd really want to evangelize you or indoctrinate you into the how financial system is actually really broken. I think that's the most important thing. You really to understand that initially things like Bitcoin is a movement. Bitcoin is a cult. There are guys who really worship Bitcoin in the States. Why? Because they really understand the fundamentals behind it. So if you're a first-time crypto in Kenya, like, I wouldn't really advise you to have that dream whereby you'll buy a Mercedes tomorrow or you'll be rich tomorrow. Like, initially, if it's crypto, I won't tell you to get into be full-time unless you're willing to study, invest a lot, and really commit into the tech. But if it's a side-time thing, it's something that you can use to diversify your portfolio. I think that's the best thing that I actually tell people. It's the best thing to actually diversify your finance right now. If I'm having 150,000 Kenyan shillings per month, if 50% of it is actually in dollars, you'll actually come to notice at the end of the month I've actually preserved more than just having it inflation. If dollar goes up but just 30 cents or $1, 1 Kenyan shillings, I've actually made money on the money that was already there. So it's just a matter of like, how do I help you preserve your value? I won't sell to you that come to me, I'll make you millions, I'll help you get a Mercedes. But where we stand as Jua, we want to enable and help business and individuals preserve and maintain their value. Yeah,
so you guys actually offer education as well at Jua?
Yeah.
Nice. So if guys want to join, what do they do?
You can go to our website, jua.co.ke. There's some documentation. You can also go to Play Store, look at Jua. On the app, there is also our app, and we also have some walkthroughs that you can actually use to trade on the platform.
Awesome. So what sort of impact do you intend to have in the country, say in the next 5 years?
To really change the narrative that Silicon Savannah isn't only M-Pesa. I think, I think that's what like really disrupted me.
It's true.
I really want to show the world that in Kenya we can have successful startups. In Kenya we don't need startups run by white foreigners in order for them to be successful. Because right now we're living in a tech space whereby majority of the tech startups, they are foreign owned. Because it's actually easier for them to fundraise than me. When I go out there to an investor, right now we've done almost $100,000 in fundraising. But when you go out there, if it's a white person versus me, they'll be given more money than me. For them, they'll just need to send their vision and what they'll be in the next 10 years. For me, I have to show numbers. I have to show that I'm not a scammer because I'm an African and everything. So I know the barriers is hard, but the whole goal is to really change the landscape of Silicon Savannah. Because let's look at it. Let's look into Kenya. We don't have any tech billionaires in Kenya. We don't even have any billionaires actually recognized by Forbes in Kenya. But we have a bunch. But we have billionaires. So if you look at the states, the top 10 richest people, around 8 of them, they're into tech. Tech right now is ruling the world. The richest man in the world is not is actually into tech. In Kenya, we're living in an era where people believe that in order for me to be a billionaire, as a youth, I need to join into politics, steal money in order to be a billionaire. But the reason I'm really against M-Pesa, I was in Juja. We were given this really wild story about the founder of M-Pesa. He was weirdly a JQuat student, went to Safaricom, kind of sold everything for signed the NDA. He can't really now say anything right now. But if that guy only asked for 5% of M-Pesa per se.
Can you imagine?
M-Pesa is worth more than $1 trillion right now. The guy will be worth almost $500 million, $50 billion. If he just asks 10%, he'll be the first dollar billionaire in Kenya. Right now, all the young guys, all the young kids will actually want to be out there, build their own M-Pesa because they believe it's actually possible.
I agree.
Right now, engineers don't really believe that we can build things that can scale and be leveraged and used in not only Kenya but also in the wider community, because the faces that M-Pesa has actually been given was never ours.
Yes.
So for me, it's changing that narrative, giving a face to an industry and really changing how people and Africans in tech really see us and what we're really possible. That's why we've really forced ourselves to build on one of the most hardened techs in this age. Blockchain wasn't really taught by the time we were building. So, but that's the challenge. So we're going for the heaviest fight. So if in the next 5 years, not everyone thinks that M-Pesa is the only app they can use, I think that's something I'll be happy. You're having another alternative that I can either use M-Pesa or something else cooler than it.
Exactly. That makes a lot of sense. So what's your advice to young innovators who feel like the Silicon Valley is just doing them dirty, all these wazungus?
we have to do it because we're the only people who can save ourselves. I think there's a book I was reading. It's like the problem with Africans is we think that the same people who colonize us will actually come and liberate us.
Jeez, that's crazy. Yeah,
so it's a matter of like, freedom is not given. You have to take.
You have to take it, just like Jaramogi said.
The digital age for us.
Yeah,
we have to fight for what's ours. Our grandparents went out there and fought for the lands. It was never given for us. So for us, for our industry, for our users, we have to do whatever it takes to actually get out there. Because if we don't, we fail. I think that's how the industry is.
Yeah. So, dude, by the way, before I ask you on some of what you're working on, some of your latest projects or whatever, so do you generally feel like Kenya is the how do they say it? The Silicon Savannah, where they had where the definition of the Silicon Savannah.
On the grounds, not yet, but we are really the Silicon Savannah. We have one of the brightest minds in Africa. We were the first guys to come up with how you could send money via USSD. M-Pesa was simply, initially you could go to the poster, give them money and they put a poster, send it via bus, then in it. So they kind of digitize it using the phone. So you could go to an M-Pesa agent like the poster, rather than putting the money on the card and the car, you could do it on the message on your phone and you could do it via SIM card. That was first generation. Right now we should be almost on the 5th or the 7th generation.
I agree, man.
Tech and everything. So truly, in our hearts, it's truly the Silicon Savannah. But outside, we're really not manifesting it, because if you look at me, yes, I'm a big tech guy, but majority of a startup here, it's foreigners who will come here, fundraise in the name of Silicon Savannah, make a few $1 million, not even cash in, because most of the tech startups are actually dying. And most of them are not locally owned. If you look at them, the tech startups are actually dying. Why? Because this is a foreigner who just needs to fundraise. They'll come here, they'll do $200-300 million from foreign investment. They're saying they're building this thing for Africa. They think the best tech for us is not the most advanced tech. It's just something maybe we can charge our phone with solar powers or something.
Wow.
That's the level of technology we're in. So they're not willing to give us the cream of the cake. If they're not going to give us, we have to learn how to make it.
Yeah. Mary, please cut that part, huh? That's what we're using on IG. I love it. I love how you put it. So what are you working on, bro?
So
aside from the super app, what are some of the latest projects that you have? What are we trying to achieve over here?
So we've done something crazy using cryptocurrency right now. I think we wanted to simplify cryptocurrency to a level which each and every Kenyan, even grandparents, could achieve. So among the best icons I think we've encountered in Kenya so far, the greatest souls who've actually walked this land, among them was Raila. Among his nickname was Baba. And very few people who've lived have had impact as this guy had. And his legacy, I think, will live beyond the political space. And me, as a guy in finance, I wanted to bring him on finance. So in Jua, we've created the first fund token. So this is an alt token. So this is a predictive token. It can go high, it can go low. So it's the first locally produced or locally minted cryptocurrency from Kenya. It's called Baba Coin. You can find it on the Jua website, and as low as 20 Kenyan shillings right now from M-Pesa, you can get this Baba Coin.
Nice.
So to understand it, it's just a fun token. It's for people who really love these people, for the people who saw him as their president, and they also want money that also has his image, and it's also preserving what he did. He stood for freedom. He stood for liberation.
Bro, this is canon.
Exactly. So for us, I also stand for freedom and liberation in the financial space. Baba wanted us to bring down M-Pesa, so I also choose to be his agent.
Yeah, but we still love M-Pesa, guys. It's quite a pressure.
It's only me.
On a lighter note. Awesome. Yeah.
So I think that's the most recent thing. So on our website right now, in our app, it's recently launched. It's the first fund token. It's only for Baba funds.
Nice.
It's predictive. The way Trump did his Trump token, why don't you also in Kenya do one for Baba?
Exactly. I love the fact that you're democratizing this thing. Crypto has to be very, very accessible to common Kenyans.
True.
Watu jeshi ya baba. Dude, thank you so much for coming through, man. I've really enjoyed having you over here. That is the one and only Elkanah Muchiri. He is the founder and CEO of Jua Labs. You guys been real. Since I start this story for Baba, it's called the Baba what again?
Coin.
Yeah, Baba Coin. I have to be one of the first guys over here. You know, but anyway, thank you so much for coming through, you guys. It's been real. So, what's your contact information in case somebody wants to share your story or partner with you? You know, how can they reach out?
Social media, it's the Silicon Savannah Moran. So Silicon Savannah, it used to be its warrior. So Silicon Savannah Moran.
Moran, yeah? You just said you came from Uganda the other day.
Yeah.
So they're also like you. Are you educating?
Yeah, our platform is actually available in 6 African countries.
Oh, nice.
So Uganda is one of our markets. Tanzania, if you need to get dollars in Tanzania, in Uganda, in Nigeria, in Rwanda, I'm your guy. So you can, we collect from all the bank accounts in Kenya from mobile money, and we can facilitate your dollars to any receiver globally. So that's what we do.
Yeah, Kenyans are killing it in the crypto innovation, yeah?
I'm here. I'm one of them.
I can imagine. You said we rank third in Africa?
Total transaction volume.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. So number one is actually Nigeria, South Africa, then Kenya.
Nice,
but Nigeria, you understand, it's their numbers, their many. South Africa, the value of the currency is very high. So for us,
we're doing good.
We're doing good,
So thank you so much, you guys. I've got some Tupac with Still I Rise. It's 7 minutes after 8. More conversations when we come back. Tunde Kazi.
94.4 Spice FM.